Hey folks, Paul Skinner here for show number 42 of the Psychotic Comedian show. This is kind of a little bit special because I'm 42 years old and this is my 42nd show. So let's get this thing off the ground and into the record books. Okay. I will first start off with, do you know what a blonde says after during an orgy sex party? Who's next? Do you know what I say at a sex party? Well, I finally got invited to this sex party, A, and B, I hope this gets on YouTube, because UPTV, I need the money. How about that? Well, UPTV, there's another coffee shop that's opened up in town called the Coffee Hut. And it's open 24/7, 24 hours. And I know not to go in there at 2 or 3 in the morning because you're just asking for trouble. I went in there first time at around 2:30 in the morning, and I asked the girl behind the counter, can I have a double cherry mocha? And she said in a shrill voice, she had a call, and you know, so you came for some coffee, huh? Well, you come to the right places, but she was wired. You come to the right places, being the coffee shop and all. And she started, you know, making my drink, and she was like, you know, like this, mixing the cherry mocha, and then she, you know, she was throwing stuff up against the walls and stuff, and finally she made my drink, UPTV, but then she, 2 minutes later, she left the shop, and her shift was over, and she's riding a bike. You know, she's kind of riding the bike, and she kind of hit, you know, imaginary wall and keeled over. I said, well, you okay? But she ended up going with her coworker, took her home that night, you know, so. And I was in there, and students were reading the books upside down, and they were just big-eyed. It was something else, something else. So how about that? This is going to be an off program today. Hey, but you know when you ride the MTD down the street and it says the next stop's going to be Goodwin Avenue, the street. Well, I guess I was in a bad part of town because it said the next stop is Duck, you know, and people are ducking under the seats and stuff. And I looked up, and there was gunfire and people hitting themselves over, knocking themselves out with billy clubs. And the driver was like, stay ducked for about 15 more minutes, which we did, and we got out of that heinous situation. So ain't that something? And how about that one? Oh boy, it just keeps going on. There's a new bar in town that's opened up called the Blue Note. Well, I said, okay. I walked in there, and it was dimly lit. And I walked up to the bartender. I noticed her shirt says on the front, "Life is hell." On the back, it says, "And the hours are a bitch, UPTV." I said, well, what's your drink special? She said, a Prozac Pina Colada. I said, oh, okay. Then I looked around, and I noticed a big prescription bottle hanging from the wall like it was a disco ball or something. And then I noticed on the I was looking around at this place, and on the west side of the wall it says, Wednesday you get in free if you're on 5 or more antidepressants. Well, I'm on 4, so I'm screwed. I won't get in on Wednesday. I don't want to go in anyway. But I walked up to this blonde chick, and I go, well, how you doing, you know? And she looked real big-eyed at me, bags in her eyes, and she goes, Paul, did you ever think what it'd be like if you threw yourself in front of ongoing traffic? I go, whoa. Okay. Then I said, I'm leaving. I'm done. But the band started playing. I said, well, okay, I'll stick and see what the band has to say. The first lyrics were, oh God, why me? And then the last of it, I guess we're all just screwed. I'm not going back to the Blue Note again. It was not my type of bar. How about that? I remember back when the vagina monologues were real popular and stuff, and I watched them. I didn't really get much out of it, but I did go on this grand opening night of vagina monologues, and needless to say, I got a rise out of that. I got excited on that one. How about that? Okay. Okay. The other day I was walking by the mental health center just on a casual walk, and all of a sudden I seen this guy on top of the mental health center with in a pirate suit and going, "Oh, hi, mates, as we walk down the sea of life, the tide is thrust upon us." Well, finally they got my psychiatrist stabilized, and he's in good medical condition. Okay. This might be it. This is my last bit, okay? You remember when I did went to algebra class, I felt like a blind man at an orgy. It was so difficult. I had to feel my way out, UPTV, you know. And last but not least, can you imagine all the... Hold on, I need to comb my hair. Hold on. Okay, that's better. You know all the strange and weird people that live in California, but enough about the governor and the city officials. So that's the end of my show. Thanks for letting me pause and comb my hair. I needed it. But anyway, that's the end of my show, my 42nd show, and I'd like to thank Khalib, of course, being here, and Jason Liggett, and Jake Shoemaker, and my legs are a little tight today, so I ain't going to do any kicks. And I want to thank you so much for watching, and this is the Psychotic Comedian. I hope I did a good show today. Bidding you adieu.